What's going on, guys? It's Rama. Welcome back to another episode of NBA Kicks. This week's list is absolutely insane because it was almost like a couple guys around the league felt like we forgot about them. So they said, you know what? I'm just gonna go all out with the sneakers. There's no way I'm missing this week's list of NBA Kicks. And we had a couple guys that wore too many sneakers. I mean, we had a couple guys wear 3 to 4 different pairs of sneakers in a single week. I mean, how am I supposed to choose from all of these sneakers? Hopefully I picked the 10 best. There's a lot of custom sneakers as well on this week's list. So I know you guys can't wait to see what those are all about. So without further ado, you guys know the drill. NBA Kicks, week 21, Lego. Starting off this week's list at number 10, we have Harrell with a custom colorway of the Air Jordan 12. Montrez is back this week with a custom colorway of the Jordan 12s that look like they were inspired by Trez's college days in Louisville with a black, red, and white color scheme alongside some fantastic artwork throughout the silhouette. Now, I just want to warn you that Montrez is one of those guys who wore a ton of sneakers last week, so this is not the last time you'll see him on this week's list. Next up at number 9, we have Galloway with a custom colorway of the Specialist from Q4 Sports. Langston is a major player when it comes to custom sneakers on the court, and he shows us why here with an International Women's Day custom that not only honors all women across the world, but individually shouts out women that have had a major impact on his life as well. Sometimes sneakers are more than just things we wear on our feet and can help send a positive message that not only help us know more about the player wearing them, but also helps inspire those who watch the game. And that's really what NBA Kicks is all about. So you know I had to add these on this week's list. Coming in at number 8, we have Galloway again, this time with a GTA-inspired custom. Didn't I tell you? Langston is a beast when it comes to custom kicks, and he proves his mettle here with back-to-back sneakers on this week's list, with his second custom being inspired by the classic Grand Theft Auto Vice City video game, which takes place in a fictionalized version of Miami, which is exactly where Langston rocked these during his game against the Heat. However, Langston throws in a little twist by going with Detroit's nickname Motor City instead of Vice City, which gives the sneaker a little personal touch on what is already an extremely clean custom. Now, what I want to see is when Langston plays in LA for him to rock a San Andreas inspired custom, because we all know San Andreas was way better than Vice City. Next up at number 7, we have James Harden with a retro colorway of the Harden Volume 3 from Adidas. Now, James wore these a couple of weeks ago, but it just didn't quite make the list. However, this week he brought them out again during his game against the Suns, and I just couldn't pass on these twice. The whole retro look that honors the Rockets' old jerseys of the 90s goes great on the Harden 3 silhouette, and you guys know I'm absolutely loving that shark teeth design on the medial midfoot. But the question I have is, why haven't the Rockets brought back those classic retro uniforms? I mean, Harden clearly wants to rock them because it would have gone perfectly with these kicks. Next up at number 6, we have Harrell again with a custom colorway of the Air Jordan 14s. Now, if you're a 90s baby like myself and you grew up listening to hip hop, you've probably been asked the question, who do you like more, Biggie or Pac? Well, it looks like Montrez has been asked that question as well, but his answer, thanks to these customs, is clearly both. The left sneaker honors the late Biggie Smalls, while the right sneaker honors the late Tupac. But in my opinion, those two should have switched sides. I mean, Tupac should have been on the left sneaker and Biggie should have been on the right, because east, west, right, left, I mean, it just makes sense. Next up at number 5, we have Harrell again with a custom colorway of the Air Jordan 10. Yes, you heard that correctly. Montrez is back with his third appearance on this week's list. And believe it or not, I actually had to cut another custom that he rocked, which just shows us how much Montrez loves his sneakers and how many customs he's been seen rocking this season already. But out of all the customs that we've seen from Montrez this year, this rocket-inspired colorway of the Air Jordan 10s has to be one of my favorites, because Rocket Power was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. So shout out to Montrez for not only rocking this dope custom, but just bringing back some of my favorite childhood memories. Coming in at number 4, we have Russell Westbrook with a trio of Why Not 0.2s. Now, I'm gonna need your guys' help with this one, because last week, Russ rocked 3 pairs of his second signature sneaker, and I couldn't decide which one to put on this week's list. The first colorway uses a tie-dye design in multiple colors, while the second colorway uses the same multicolor approach, but this time with a plaid flannel material. And the last colorway might just be the craziest one yet, with multiple animal prints in a pony hair material. Let me know which of these 3 sneakers you would have at the number 4 spot on this week's list. If I had to pick one, I'd probably go with those animal print ones. I mean, they're just way too crazy. Next up at number 3, we have Terry Rozier with a custom colorway of the Puma Clyde Court Disrupt. Yesterday was Terry's birthday and he celebrated by rocking a custom colorway of one of my favorite looking sneakers of the entire year that uses a beautiful red, orange, and purple color scheme that is complemented by some pretty cool graphics throughout the sneaker that we don't really get a great look at in these photos. But if you watch Rick and Morty, you know that Scary Terry right there on the forefoot. And that's enough to have these on this week's list at number 3. Coming in as our runner-up, we have Donovan Mitchell with a Captain Marvel colorway of the Adidas Pro Vision. Captain Marvel hit theaters last week across the world, and Adidas celebrated with this ace colorway of their on-court sneaker that came in some special edition packaging that makes them look more like an action figure instead of a pair of kicks. But Candace Parker says that there's more to come soon, and in the meantime, she'll be sending out a few pairs early. So this has me thinking that a retail release isn't out of the realm of possibility, or shall I say quantum realm of possibility. Finally, at number 1, we have LeBron James with a new colorway of the Nike LeBron 16 Low. Last week we covered LeBron's Air Jordan 3 inspired sneakers during his historic passing of MJ on the NBA's all-time scoring list. And this week he's back at it again with an Air Max 1 inspired colorway of the LeBron 16 Low. Not only do you have a clean black, gray, and blue color scheme, but the toe ran and heel showcase multiple logos embossed into the materials, which give these a very unique look that have me excited for more LeBron watch sneakers. But I have to be honest, I would trade every sneaker that I own if it meant the Lakers making the playoffs. That's not gonna happen. Instead, I'll just give LeBron the best sneaker worn in the NBA during week 21 of the 2018-19 NBA season. Let me know which of these 10 sneakers is your favorite in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this episode, drop this video a like and subscribe to the channel by clicking on my logo right over here in the middle. My name's Jared. It's been great having you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.